What's going on, everyone? Boss here again. This time we're here for Mushoku Tensei, Season 2, Episode 23, the second to last episode of the season. Last episode was a doozy. We got to the sixth stratum of the labyrinth. We had this epic fight, looked cool. It was really crazy. Everybody did their thing. Everybody in the party did a great job. Fought against a Hydra. Paul was doing serious work, so they figured out, even though the Hydra's heads regenerated, if they cut the heads and then burnt them, they were able to stop that. So with that strategy in mind, they got there, they did it, got to the last one. Stuff happened. I think it started attacking with its other heads, and Rudy got distracted for like a split second, and Paul had to jump in to save him, and then Rudy was able to get the finish off on it. But at the cost of Paul's life, Paul got cut in half. He got chewed in half, or bit in half, or whatever, and he died. Unfortunately, he lost Paul. Rudy lost his dad, but at the same time, Zenith was rescued. So lost his dad, got his mom, but trauma, and got back. Had to deal with that, and then we got to the part where his mom woke up, and she looked like she had some severe brain damage, and where she can't speak. She could speak, she could make sounds, but she wasn't forming proper sentences, proper words. Didn't seem like she had recollection. So it was a steep price. We heard the man god say, "Hey, you gonna go on? Is this what? You would assume this is what he was talking about, right?" But we'll see how we get through the situation, how Rudy can deal with it, how, if we're going to get it this episode, whether his sisters find out or not, how we can move forward. Basically, is what we need to figure out. So without further ado, let's jump this episode. Oh, we're not gonna get an intro or anything? No, we're not getting an intro. It just popped up. Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation 2.
俺を心配していたのだろうか。
His parents
彼らが死ぬ間際、俺のことをどう思っていたのだろうか。
didn't go to their funeral.
拾わず、何をしていたのだろうか。ほど両親を愛してなかった。
Yeah, didn't really love him like that.
せめて葬式ぐらいは出ておけば。
Dang, his nub. So there's no way for it to come back?
俺みたいなまがいものじゃなくてどうすればいいんだ。教えてくれよ、パウロ。
Dang.
お前は本当に頼りになる息子だ。
He saved his son, even though he told him, "Hey, die to save your mom."
自分がパウロの子供じゃないと思っていたの。
Oh, Roxy.
先日のようにまた一緒に見て回りませんか。
Trying to cheer him up.
そんな気分では。
You locked the door.
一緒に暮らしていた時のことはよく覚えています。私にとって一番幸せな時期だった。
Oh, the happiest time in my life. Dang. He even changed out his clothes. I'm realizing.
身近な人が死ぬことは珍しいことではあり。
変われたと思っていた。でも結局。
Listen, you're not the same. You've definitely changed a lot. Dang, all you can see is
私は小さくて至らない師匠ですが、ルディを二人で分ければ。
share the burden. Hey, others around you can help.
ルディ。
Oh, that's what she meant, share. Hey, careful now.
大丈夫。
Tell him you have a wife. Tell her you have a wife. Tell her you have a wife and a baby. Talk about this. Guess not. Okay. Little grief pick me up. I don't know. I could never do that. But hey, see Sean. Did it. Tricky, right?
おはようございます、ルディ。
Tell her, Rudy.
おはようございます。
Stop. You feel That's not how you help that, right? I don't know. I guess it okay. Yes.
パウロさんだってルディにはそれを望んでいるはずです。
Members of the family have, yeah.
前を向いてください。みんな待ってい。
Thank you. I wonder if does he feel like this is just a one-time thing and she doesn't really like him like that? Or she got to scope out to see if anybody sees.
申し訳ありませんが、
Oh,
私はエリナリーゼさんと話がある。
Ellen Lee discussed it with her?
さんのところには一人で行ってください。
I guess Ellen Lee would have told her that he's her granddaughter, right? Can't even. I mean, yeah, her brain is cooked, I guess, literally. What do you need to eat though? His face is sunken in.
でしょうか、ルーデウス様。
すみません。
記憶はないようですが、不思議と体の方は
Okay, she's well physically.
変な後遺症もありません。
精神が完全に死んだわけでは
So
ない。
it's really just he lost all memories, like how to function. Can we look at how we can fix this?
無理とのことです。
Oh, oh, Ellen Louise says Nana. She would know too.
あなたは自分のやるべきこと。
Do your own duty, your own family, right?
やるべきことですか。帰りましょう。家族のところへ。
Gotta see her kids. Or her kid. One kid, right? The other kid's Lily's kid. They're gone. Alright, yeah. Hey, did they wait till they got a little bit stronger to make the journey? I mean, baby might be coming soon. A little house room. Why they seem like that?
はっきり言う。
Oh, you do? Okay. Explain the rest.
聞いた多少ベクトルの
Not in the same way. Okay. Waiver. Hey, at least explain if they want to be in polygamy.
それを裏切るわけにはいかない。
You already betrayed it.
ですね。実は俺もう結婚していて。
But she already knows, right?
恋人みたいな感じは申し訳ないんですけど。
知っています。
Because she does
パ
know.
ウロさんが亡くなって、
But she knew and she still went on the prowl, alright?
ルディが弱っているところに。
Yeah, she straight up said took advantage when you were down.
私がやったことなのです。本来なら私みたいなのを相手にしてくれないのは。
Dang, don't put yourself down like that though.
そんなことを。
安心して大事にしてあげてください。
Okay. She said go back for your wife when you go home.
何か恩返しをさせてくれませんか。
His face is looking more brighter now.
あったんですよ。
誰にですか。
With you, silly.
迷宮で助けてもらっ
As
て
soon as you rescue her, she fell in love.
ました。けど、ブエナ村で暮ら
Do you remember how he was when he was a little kid and he still had the trauma?
なら、誰かが助けてあげない。
So she's like, yeah, I'll fulfill the role of Sylphie. They play the opening.
あんまりですよ。
Oh, she knows.
旅の間だけでも。
Oh, young dreamer.
でどうするんだ。
It doesn't solve anything. Say, what are you gonna do?
俺のためにも。ロキシ。
Nah, she's like, nah, bro.
やめてください。
No more of that. Hey, stop. No, you put him on.
わかりました。
They got an awkward situation now. Very awkward situation. Now you gotta tell the kids that their dad died. You gotta tell Sophie that you was with Roxy. Oh, just him by himself going?
もう目隠しを取っても大丈夫ですよ。
Oh, they're not supposed to know the secrets. Okay.
ルディ、
他言無用でお願いしますね。
And we gotta trust you.
では、俺と
So we're gonna get back to the kids this episode. That's another reaction I don't want to see yet. I'm nervous about.
ミリス教徒ではありませんわね。
Oh, you trying to get? Hey,
その
you don't believe in religion with monogamy?
敬虔なミリス教徒ですわ。
Yeah. See, yeah, that's where you should go. 2 swords, yeah, get you your second sword, dog.
複数の相手を同時に愛することが
Of course, she would say that. She's used to having, many partners.
エレナリーゼさん
Where he's from, though, it's commonplace to only have one.
今のロキシーは見ていられませんわ。
She can hear them. It's so awkward that she can hear them.
本当はあなたに甘えたいのに身を引くつもりですのよ。控えめでもいいから
At least talk to Sylvie. But if Sylvie's cool with it,
安心ですの。
then it's all good. I feel like they're making a decision without Sylvie.
今まで散々パウロをクズだと言ってきておいてあいつと同じようなことをしたいと
You say you don't want to do the same thing.
思い出してごらんなさい。パウロ
Now it is the same matter with Paul. He was with Zenith. He cheated, but then he got together with the other woman. So I guess this would be the same exact situation.
ロキシーを同じぐらい愛することが
All right, guys, we're gonna hear him, right?
それぐ
Wow, you're Paul's son. You must be good at that. coming back with a lover is wild. If they talked about it previously,
かもしれない
then yeah, but
二人に見放されてまた一人
yeah, she came out. She could. I feel like everybody around here could hear their conversation. Or did Elnelly's call her?
妻がいますシルフィエット・グレイラットという
Sylvia Greirato.
はいお聞きしました。
何
Spit it out if you're gonna spit it out.
もういい後になってああしておけばるつもりはありませんか
That's how you ask her to marry you? Change your last name. Would you change your last name?
しています
It doesn't compute. Okay. Looks like she's with it. Yeah, yes, I'm glad you mentioned that. Ask for it. But at least you know now Roxy would be with it. It seems, right?
では
Ask me again. Okay, ask me again. All right,
や
yeah.
ってください。
Okay, all right, Sophie. The ball's in your court, I guess.
はいなんだ同じじゃん
Yeah, same as your dad. All right, that was this week's episode of Mushoku Tensei. Here we go. We got started heading out of the depression for Rudy. He was thinking about, obviously the passing of his father, and the situation with his mom. He wants to work to try to help that. Lilia says she wants to escort her, new purpose in life. Not, it sounds weird to say her purpose in life. I guess something she wants to do is look after Zenith. So we do have that, and they're heading back home to Rudy's house, right? So we'll see when they tell the others all the things that happened, especially now that we seem to have a situation where Rudy wants to marry Roxy as well. So he wants to have 2 wives. We got to talk about Sylvie because Sylvie missed out on a lot of stuff because it seemed it's kind of iffy. She came in there when he was depressed, and she was like, "Hey, let me do what I do," and they did it. And then now they talk about getting married, but as people I don't know if this episode was probably controversial, right? I assume this episode was controversial. In a society that we have, that would be a no-no, right? At least I would think so. Because if I was Sylvie and I found out you did something like that, I'd be like, oh, I can't I can't let you on my site, and you gonna do something like that. But we'll see what Sylvie says when they ask her how she feels. Sylvie's I want to imagine I want to see Sylvie. I don't want to see her, but I can only imagine her being upset with Rudy. what that would look like, because she's always been like cordial and pretty polite, and she's a soft boy. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this occurs, and then if they go through with it, what's the dynamics? Is like Sophie first wife? Do they have levels to it? Because I know it was obvious with Paul, because Leah's the maid. That she said she called Zenith my lady. She called Paul my lord. It was kind of a relationship where she was kind of servitude, which is also controversial. But this is like, it would be, I guess, people of similar stature. So yeah, we'll see how this all comes to play. And then the news of Paul's death, how they're gonna affect the girls. Norn, well, actually probably might be devastated, because a lot of times Archie was like, Dad said this, Dad said that. So they'll both be devastated. I can only imagine Norn will take it really hard. But maybe she'll surprise me, and she won't take it as hard as I think she is. Because now the thing with the mom is going to also throw... There's going to be a lot to take in at once. Paul died. Zenith has lost, her memories. And then Rudy's trying to get a third wife. Or second... Oh, look at me jumping ahead. Like, yo, he has to have 2 wives before he can get 3. And when he gets 4th wife, 5th wife, he has those 2 girls, right? The man God told him to sleep with one of those girls. Prussia and Linnea. So imagine we'll see if the gates open up to however many wives, he can have a whole bunch, right? But we'll see what all happens next year. I'm kind of nervous. It's awkward stuff getting me nervous. So we'll see. So until then.